If your hero turns into a villain overnight, you're living a real-life nightmare. The world of professional wrestling has seen its fair share of drama, both inside and outside the ring. But few stories are as haunting and tragic as that of Chris Benoit. His tale is a stark reminder that the line between hero and villain can sometimes blur in the most unexpected and devastating ways. This is the story of Chris Benoit, a man who was once celebrated as one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. His technical prowess and dedication to the sport earned him a legion of fans and the respect of his peers. But behind the accolades and the cheers, a darker narrative was unfolding. It was June 2007. Chris Benoit was a wrestling legend, adored by fans and respected by peers. He had achieved what many wrestlers only dream of: championship titles, main event matches, and a place in the annals of wrestling history. Yet despite his success, Benoit was battling inner demons that few knew about. Depression, CTE, and the devastating loss of his friend Eddie Guerrero had pushed him to the brink. The pressures of maintaining his wrestling persona, combined with personal tragedies, created a perfect storm of mental anguish. Benoit was struggling, and the signs were there, but they were either unnoticed or unaddressed. In a chilling turn of events, Benoit murdered his wife Nancy and their 7-year-old son Daniel before taking his own life. The news sent shockwaves through the wrestling community and beyond. How could a man who was once a hero commit such a heinous act? The world was left grappling with this unthinkable tragedy. WE quickly erased Benoit from their programming, distancing themselves from the tragedy. His name was removed from records, and his matches were no longer mentioned. It was as if the industry wanted to erase his existence, to forget the horror that had unfolded. This incident not only tarnished WE's reputation but also sparked a vital conversation about wrestler health and safety. The tragedy highlighted the physical and mental toll that the sport can take on its athletes. It forced the industry to take a hard look at its practices and the well-being of its performers. Policies changed overnight: stricter drug tests, better concussion protocols, more focus on mental health. The Benoit tragedy became a catalyst for change, prompting WWE and other wrestling organizations to implement measures aimed at protecting their talent. The hope was that such a tragedy would never happen again. The legacy of Chris Benoit remains a complex and controversial topic. While his wrestling achievements are undeniable, the horror of his actions casts a dark shadow. Fans and historians alike struggle with how to reconcile the two sides of Benoit, the celebrated athlete and the man who committed an